Good evening. It being a little after 7 on December 4th, 2024. Open the Kingston Zoning Board of Appeals. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good. First on the agenda, public hearing for Cushman. You can probably do it in a detail. You're recusing yourself?
Yes.
All right. You can probably do a,
Yeah, a public hearing will be held at Town Hall to hear the request for a comprehensive permit under Mass General Laws 40B.
yep.
Is that a,
So he gave,
Yeah, my attorney's saying the exact opposite.
I was gonna
And he said
say.
he even talked to Jay, but-
you have to go to the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. So if I were to,
Make sure your mic's on, green lit. Just make sure the green dot. It says push in the middle. Got it?
better. So my attorney, I respectfully disagreed with that. They did the research, and I've done it on other projects, and he knows Jason, so I find, it's a bit of a surprise to me. So if those are the only three options, then I would, I want to push forward, so I would request a denial.
Okay.
wait, I'd like to see that in writing, because I'd like, I mean, this is just you reporting to us that the town attorney said this applicant, are that all applicants that come before us?
So,
They have to, I'm just asking. or
so
is
for
it
the,
just
for 40,
40Bs?
for 40Bs, you have to have basically what, about 100 pieces all together. Sewer, water, fire, police, conservation, you have to own all of the, one home, two homes, or 5,000 homes.
Right, but typically, I don't even know if it's particular to a 40B, I'm not an attorney, but typically if the applicant is willing to go forward, you go forward
Yeah, but
and you
you
condition
don't,
it.
unless you give us, I'm not gonna condition water, because unless you give me something in writing from the water department, or the board, I should say, that says that you're gonna have water within, what, 10 years? 20 years? 30 years? You know, who wants to give a conditional approval for a 40B without water?
But if the applicant's paying for everything, paying for the peer review engineers, Mass Housing has approved it.
Why waste this board's time when 5 years from now you
Yeah,
can?
that's a legal question,
you
but
can-
I'm just going with my own experience. I've done it in a lot of other towns, and I just did it in Rockland, and they subjected they have a sewer moratorium, for instance. I'm fully approved after 3 years, but it's subject to sewer.
I mean, if you want
So-
to get in a legal battle with it, you can do it early on. We can kick this down the road. There's no point seeing you 2 months or 3 months. You can kick it out a year, but there's no point. You're just gonna be kicking it out until you have water. You know, unless you're gonna put wells in, which you're stating you don't want to put wells in, so you're willing to wait the time until the town gets a well. So you're not looking to get the project done because you need to get it done. You want to get the project done because you want the size of the project done, because you want the town's water to push it in. You could put wells on your property.
You can't there.
Why?
There's not enough room. So I'm doing wells in Rockland, but I had a lot more room. There, it's too narrow. So I can't drill my own wells, so I would request water connection.
So,
So,
like I said,
yeah, I don't want to get, I'm trying to be argumentative.
Yeah, no, I
It's
get
my
it. No, yeah,
experience
yeah, yeah.
and just trying to tell you, what.
I can pull the board if you want to get town council here. I can get town council here, and you can bring your council, and you guys can play a little hacky sack back and forth.
Yep.
And
Well,
then
I
you
would-
can,
Why don't we just continue it until?
Dave Richards, a written opinion.
Yeah, they can chat.
I don't think that's gonna harm. I mean, I have a question, though. How would you, if we approve this, I mean, if you don't have water, why are we approving this?
Because it takes so long. So, for instance, let's say I get an approval that's conditional, right? That probably takes peer review back and forth, let's just say 6 months. Takes me a year after that to even get architects, MEP, fire. I'm like 18 months easy down the road before we even try digging a hole. I've heard water is maybe a couple of years, maybe 3 years, maybe I heard 18 months. Say a year to 3 years. I would sit on the permit, because most banks aren't even going to lend unless you have water. You don't have a permit, so you sit on the permit.
Then in the meantime, you're precluding us from approving other projects in town.
Well,
Why
Because
is
this
that?
is a huge, you're asking for a lot of units here. And, I mean, I think that we're under the standard of whatever the percentage is. If we ever do meet that, then we don't need to approve these.
Most towns I've been in actually love 40B apartments because it gets them to their 10% quick. You know, because I had heard the apartment folks, I think they're from Texas down there, that was not a 40B. So the town did not get the benefit of all those units towards its, you know, SHI number, subsidized housing. This, all units would count as affordable towards the affordable housing account. So generally, it's viewed favorably, but I get your point. You know, it might not be from another
Yeah,
standpoint.
and now we put the MBTA zoning over the mall. There could be potential apartments up there too, because there's other places going under, and they have water already.
Can I ask one more question on your
Sure.
drawings? I noticed today, where you come out towards the MBTA, it looks like you're going through a parking lot. Do you own that property?
I have an easement from
That's
Rebecca.
Mary O'Donnell's.
the owner.
So you-
That's part of the package. It's in the,
So you would just be
Site
going
info.
through that parking lot?
That's part of the dog daycare center, correct?
Yeah.
she owns the parking lot and the doggy daycare. Right?
Yeah, but she's required, I think she's under special permit over there, for that doggy daycare, if I'm correct.
I'm not sure.
So that would affect her special permit, is my point.
Yeah, that one's beyond me. I do have the easement. Or I should say it's under agreement.
So you're wanting to move forward with peer review and somehow get this, well, not somehow, but get this approved and then just sit on it.
Yes.
I don't know that I would be willing to do that, but I'm not gonna waste. But you talk to town council.
Yep, I can have him come here and try to hash it out lawyer to lawyer, but I know what he's gonna cite. He's gonna cite that
Yeah.
they're in litigation now with May Ave for the exact same thing.
They do know each other, you know, and I know Jason myself. I mean, I'm sure I would be agreeable to continue it if you folks would and just let them chat, you know, and we would get an answer.
I can ask the board, I'm only one person.
Okay.
Lane? We come back to you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm inclined to deny it based on the water, but, I mean, I can't deny it based on other things because we haven't done the peer review.
Correct.
My inclination is that it's way too big, and the the traffic situation alone is going to be an issue.
Density will be an issue. without a
Yeah.
doubt. Kevin?
I'm the same. I mean, there's no water. You gotta get the water in first before it gets approved, because if we did something like this and then 3 years down the road, now something else changes, but you already got the permitting.
My fear is the board will change, and we're gonna miss out on certain things where you're gonna have to get like a 6-inch main down to you for fire suppressant. That might get passed over because Marion Drive is a dead end, and I don't even know if the water loops back up. Or they could give you a whole,
We would provide a loop.
I'm saying, but they
Yep.
give you a whole rigmarole, and suddenly you go, this is way too much money, we don't wanna do it. But we have this for something else. Bob?
I agree with Blaine and with Kevin.
Mark?
I'm the only dissenting vote. I think if the applicant wants to go forward, he should go forward. The timeline is likely going to be 18 months to 2 years before even water, you could pursue a water hookup. If water, you'll have to deal with the water. A condition would be that you would pay any betterments or lay the lines that would be necessary, correct? You've already talked to the sewer department, isn't that correct? You already have sewer. And you've already agreed on a tentative betterment fee, is that correct?
Yeah.
That's
it's
$3 million.
expensive, but yes,
That's $3 million?
2.
2 million, and you don't have a problem with that?
No, I can do pre-treatment there. I can't do water wells, but I can do pre-treatment and not hook up with sewer. But I would prefer to, sewer's cleaner.
So absent, and I haven't seen any, absent any requirements in the 40B enabling authority, of timing or that the board has addressed to who wants to give a permit to somebody who might not build for 3 years or who might sit on it. Unless those are considerations of the statute, I think the board is acting beyond its authority in prejudging your application before we've even had peer review, we've even addressed the traffic impacts.
What do we do if he's only granted enough water for 4 units?
That's his problem. That's not our problem.
It comes back to us, and we have to do the whole process again.
You do again, he has to scale his unit, his development back to 4 units. That becomes an economic decision for this development.
So why not make that decision when the water's available?
Because he doesn't want to. He is saying, I am willing to take the chance that my project is worthy enough, that my engineers are good enough to address the traffic impacts, to address conservation, to address all of these issues. And I'm willing, I'm so confident, I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is. I don't know what the deal you've made with sewage to commit to that capacity and to give them some money up front. I don't know. But you're willing to do that. And I can't believe this board is standing in a willing developer's way.
There's no water, and it's in perpetuity.
There is going to be water.
How do you know that?
Because if we don't
And
have
how
water,
about
this town goes
When?
bankrupt, okay?
We
If
all have water.
If this
This
town
is more
doesn't get
water.
water, we need more water.
Why?
We are pumping currently in excess of our permit. Currently, just to meet our current demands. So, yeah, we have water right now, but that water could run out. The state could come in and could impose serious restrictions on our water. We just passed.
So you're just saying our water's at an extreme abuse.
I'm just saying
and then you
that-
want to go forward with something that doesn't
No,
have water that's going to only make
I'm
it worse.
saying we just passed $1 million item to engineering for our well, okay? We did that. I mean, talk to the water commission. They expect the water. Again, their timeline is consistent with this development.
May
Or may
or
not.
may not happen.
I've already said my piece.
I want to see something definitive.
Yeah, like we've conditioned things on something that's gonna happen within 2 months or 3 months.
Again, I don't
Or
try
at
to
the-
convince
at the
me. You
end.
can do whatever you want. I'm one vote.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want. You will all outvote me, all right? I'm just, you asked for a
Nothing
poll.
personal.
Well, you asked for a poll. I told you what I think. I'd love to see this written opinion. You're already in litigation over this very issue. I wouldn't be as cocky as you are that you're going to prevail.
Here, and his counsel here, to
Yeah.
have it in public debate.
Let's plan on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like something black and white, not gray.
I think it's important that everybody understand.
Right.
You know, why, we're not going to let this developer or other similarly situated developers go forward. Quite frankly, we're taking the position that there will be no development in this town that is not serviced currently by water and sewer. That's our position.
I think that,
Continue the hearing, not the meeting, right? Continue his hearing.
Yes.
Okay, I thought you said the meeting.
I'll second the motion to continue the hearing.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So you're gonna have to draft an email to town council that we're asking him to be here with Cushman Farm. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, we didn't vote.
Oh,
Or did we?
then, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I guess we did.
We close the hearing and adjourn, right?
2 seconds.
No?
We're not gonna do the minutes. Jeannie's asked us for our way we want our minutes written, because we got that last set of minutes that came in, they were pretty heavy, pretty thick. If we can come up with an idea that's pretty
Go back to the
streamlined.
way it was before?
Yeah, I mean, just as detailed. I think she's trying to make it so it's cookie cutter for her, which is just a plug-in stuff, and it's uniform for if we get another person down the road. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, for each hearing,
You know.
I have no opinion on how,
Yeah,
The
I
minutes are done.
I don't care
Whatever's
either. I
easier
just
for-
I don't want her to get bogged down like we did years ago, where we're behind by nine months
so-
of minutes.
right?
Whatever's easier for her.
Yeah, I don't want her to get so bogged down doing, on a 2-hour night, she has a 4-page front to back minutes, and then someone just goes,
Was when I was reading it. In a few instances, it felt, I was quoted and Lane was quoted, and we weren't even at that hearing. We
So,
had left.
okay.
And
So
it was just difficult to comprehend.
Yeah.
that one time, okay.
Are you taking them or is she taking them?
I'm just trying to provide some constructive
Well, I
feedback to
will
her.
talk to her.
I thought the
You're
form was-
You're confusing this even more than it has to be.
Okay, I'm sorry. Have we adjourned? I'll talk to you privately, Jeannie, try to give you some constructive feedback.
And I'll
I
get
thought the
Jason's
form was
phone number.
fine.
I'll get Jason's phone number for you.
Thank you.
very good. Anything else? Motion to adjourn? Anyone else
Second.
second? Very good.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.